put your hands together for Dhaya, Lakshminarayanan.
I'd only met her a few times, but she was gonna come and live with us. My 4'10", plump-faced, half-moon, gold-rimmed glasses grandmother. She was coming from India to take care of me and my boring younger baby brother. Pati, which means grandma, so how was your trip? How was the flight? She says a couple words. Good, fine. But then she says, but I am suffering from romantic pains. Romantic pains? See, my grandfather had died years ago and she'd been with nobody else. So my mom was like, what are you saying? What does this mean? Don't you know what pain is? Here and here and here and here. Finally, we figure out she means rheumatic pains. But in the Lakshminarayanan household, we can't let it go. It's too good of a joke. Hey, Pati, would you like a Tylenol? Or maybe a white boyfriend for your romantic pains? And Pati laughs because she has a great sense of humor. She's wonderful. We settle into our routine. My mom and dad go to work. My brother, boring and sleeping. But Pati and I become obsessed with American television. Pati, Price is Right is on! Come on down! And Pati stops everything she's doing in the kitchen to come sit down next to me to watch The Price is Right. She has a platter of cookies with her, except in India, they're called biscuits. But Pati can't say biscuits, so she calls them bitches. Bitchy? One bitch? Good bitch? Bad bitch? I'm not even allowed to say this word. But I'm like, where my chocolate chip bitches at? Pati, look, Bob Barker is on TV. Silver Fox Bob Barker. Do you have romantic pains for Bob Barker? And Pati laughs. Although I don't think she really quite understands the concept of The Price is Right, because a show that's based on items having a fixed price is completely foreign to her. They should ask less for the soap, less for the soap. At meal times, I ask Pati to come sit with us. No, she says. She eats leftovers and eats after everyone else, even though she's made fresh food. She does our laundry in the machine, but for her saris, she washes them in a bucket, a plastic bucket, in the basement, and she line dries her clothes. When my aunties come over with brand new saris for her, she clips off a corner, or she sticks it in a little bit of bleach, or she says, no, you wear it first. One day, I hear whispering when I'm playing alone, so I decide to sneak up on my grandma. I look at the crack between the door and the kitchen, and I hear Pati has her hands on her hips, and she's whispering in the sky. Then she starts yelling. Then she raises her voice. Pati, who are you talking to? Pati straightens up, fixes her glasses. Which means it's in my heart. It makes me feel better to say it out loud. But the whispering doesn't go away. I was playing in the snow with my friends, and Pati opens the front door. Her breath makes puffs of smoke in the cold air, and she starts a loud, long conversation with someone who isn't there. I try to look away, and my friends can't stop but stare. Isn't that your grandma? Yes. I wait till I go home, and I hide in the closet until I hear my mom's car pull up in the driveway. I run out crying. Amma, Dhaya, why are you crying? What's wrong? Amma, why does Pati have to live with us? Because she's family. She takes care of you and your brother. She's happy. Did something happen? No. Yes. She wears poor clothing. She doesn't eat with us. She doesn't like any flowers that I bring her. She says no. And she talks. No, she yells at her imaginary friends that aren't there. Oh, is that it? My mom says. Okay, I will tell you. So then my mom tells me my Pati, my grandmother, became a widow at the age of 28 when my grandfather died, leaving her with 5 children. And in that society, widow, bad luck, evil omen, to be boxed up and sent back to her family, never to marry again. No jewelry, no dot on her forehead, no colorful clothing, no new saris. She could never educate herself, and her job was to sit and make the patties using cow manure. I get it. My Pati talks out loud sometimes because it makes her feel better. I wish I could fix what was in her heart. But luckily, my uncle visited from Chicago, and he had a friend who was a psychiatrist who spoke Tamil. I don't know if you've heard the old joke about these 2 guys who speak Tamil, and they walk into a bar, and one guy says to the other guy, actually nobody knows because nobody speaks Tamil. There's nothing, no joke there, nothing. We're so excited because this is so rare. So Pati starts going to Chicago. She's able to open up and tell her story to this man, accept help, and even accept medication. Her whispering gets softer. The yelling stops, and she starts smiling again. And by the time that I go off to college, Pati says to me, blessing, blessing, because already I've achieved what she could not, an education beyond 7th grade. I was in college trying to sleep in on a Saturday morning when I got the call from my mother. Pati suffered a massive heart attack. She's in open heart surgery right now. This was my Pati. I had to take some time off from college. I flew to Ohio to be with her, and I got a call from my dad who said, I just read a study, and the medication that is helping the voices could be weakening her heart. But I didn't know how to explain this to Pati. How do you explain trade-offs when there's no word in Tamil for antipsychotic? The next heart attack came quickly and swiftly in the middle of the night, and it struck down her tiny frame next to the Monopoly board game she was playing with my little cousin. She died a month before her birthday, 50 years after my grandfather passed, with whom she had 10 years of happiness before becoming a widow. At the funeral, the women in the family, my mom, my aunts, my female cousins with good jobs and good education, we put the glasses on her nose. We dressed her in a beautiful, bright, gold and magenta sari. I see the flowers coming in, and like a crazy woman, I put all the buds in my hands. I take the flower petals. The women join in. There's flowers all over her hair, on her chest like a necklace. Anywhere we could find to put in her sari, flowers everywhere. I put one in her hand. Pati, take this. You could not accept this from me in life. Take it now. Take the flowers. Take the earrings. Take the bangles. Take it, Pati. Take it. Be colorful. Be in the light. Be bold. Then I whisper a blessing to my Pati. Blessing, blessing. Then I turn my head up to the sky, say it a little louder like she would have. Blessing, blessing, Pati. And I think about her stories, her bitches, and that silver-haired fox, Bob Barker. I hope it goes away in your wrists, in your fingers, in your knees, in your joints, in your heart. Pati, let there be no more romantic pains.